Hey Clashers, the next Clash Worlds match, and we are in the open qualifier phase. We have the first attack live, so let's dive into it. We have Worlds versus ETX Esports. Let's see who's going to win this. If somehow, I don't know how, but somehow the name ETX Esports is not saying you anything. This is MS Esports under a new name, which means they were number 3 last year in the Clash World Championship. So there is high expectations for their team. Let's double check how good their match is going to look like. We have the first tag though for the Worlds team in, which is mainly a group of pushers, some people told me. So I cannot wait to see what they're coming up with. So far, it looks like a Blizzard into a Dragon Rider, Inferno Dragon mix, which is quite exciting. And while he's preparing this push of his dragons, quick as well addition of information for you. Whoever is going to win this match is going to get into the next stage of this tournament, which is the Swiss stage. Whoever is going to lose this is out of the competition and has to try it then next week again for the next open qualifier. This is the state. Let's jump now into the attack as we have the dragons finally starting. He has delayed his king to make sure that this queen is like not getting pushed into a wall or anything like that. Really nicely done. The warn ability is not used yet, but I can see why he's waiting with that, because take a look at that. Take a look at this rage tower value. He's raging up the eagle, 2 inferno towers, axe bows, and the monolith. That looks like a big problem for all of those troops. We have now the first freeze happening. I think he should freeze that monolith somehow. Oh, I should have frozen it instead, because at this time there's no freezes left. I think those 3 buildings are going to be the key to take down this base, because his heroes are still trying. The Royal Gem already was placed from the bottom side, and this ground X-bow is dealing a ton of damage. Their queen is trying her best. There's now the headhunter coming in, but the headhunter was quite late. The queen ability is getting forced, and we have a ton of time still left for not too much base, but the power is, I think it's not there. I think with that triple combination of buildings, that's exactly what I highlighted earlier. He is going to have a big problem with this attack. Another note as well for this match, this is again a 30-minute match, which means the only attacking rule, like attacking time-wise, is that people, both teams, have to get 2 attacks in before the 15-minute mark. Otherwise, they're free to use their attacks whenever they want, so there's no specific attacking order. I would still try to show you as many attacks as possible to make sure that we can enjoy those amazing attacks, which we have with the first one a 94% 2-star, which is not bad, but ETX Esports is now in as the next attacker. We have Tryhard coming in. Queen Charge Lalo, let's go. Let's see, we have another box space. This time around though, we have a different setup. Like typically with the, how do you call it, the modern way of using those box spaces, it's a spell tower around the town hall. Normally it's either the poison or the invisibility tower. And then we have, as we have just seen, this rage tower set up on the other side, which is covering scatters, the eagle, inferno towers, all of those high important buildings. On this one though, it looks a little bit different. It looks different because this time around we have both rage, or like both spell towers in general around the town hall, which should make this charge harder, but I think at the same time it should make it not too impossible. We have now the Flinger doing a great job. He has to be careful with that mortar though. He has a couple of barbarians and archers to distract that, but there's a lot of multitasking needed at the moment because he needs to concentrate on that queen charge as well, I guess. Yeah, he has to invest the freeze for the mortar to make sure his Flinger is staying alive a little bit longer. Black mine is getting triggered. I don't think that king was intended to walk that way. I think it would have been better if he would walk towards the scatter. He's now finally doing so. There is the queen going in. We have the rage. He needs to freeze it. That's what he's doing. And the king is not going for the scatter shot. That would have been great for Tryhard. But at the same time, at the top there you can see it. That Flinger is getting a ton of value right there. Nice siege in that position. The backhand slammer, the backhand scatter though, has survived. The question now is, can he get the power? Does he have the power to somehow push through? The queen is still trying. She lost already her ability by now, and he's now going against both sweepers. There's the freeze just in time to keep that queen alive. The Monolith versus the Lalo isn't the worst defense to face, to be honest, because, I mean, yeah, it does not deal that much damage to Loons, but that Inferno Tower deals a lot of damage to those healers and the queen. Unfortunately, the defending queen is trying her best to shoot those Loons down. He's trying to come in with the remaining Loons. He's spreading them out to make sure that the scatter shot is not getting too much value of like getting the splash damage. Is this going to be enough? The defensive queen is trying her best to somehow get this as a defense, and it looks like this is going to be not as high as of like a percentage attack as the attack of the World's team just before, which means a little, like a super small lead for the beginning, but there's just so many attacks to go. I don't think that that is going to have a big impact. But let's jump into the next attack, or whoever is going to be next. Both teams are in at the same time. Let's double check this one. It might be an Electro Dragon attack. It is actually not. It is actually a Zap Titan attack. Okay. So let's double check that one. We have a Zap Titan attack. He's using the lightnings for an Inferno Tower, for an Expo, and for a Builder Hut. I'm not sure if that is enough value, but what he's trying to accomplish right now, it feels like at least, is he wants to make sure that this Flinger is going all the way to the top side to take down that Eagle, and at the same time he's going in then with his Titans into that scatter compartment. I am kind of scared though, because take a look at what there is in this scatter, like in this tunnel compartment. I'm sorry, take a look at that, and that is the Rage Tower. I am scared for the health of those Titans. This could turn really, really, really bad for him, depending on how much damage this town was really going to do or how well his vulnerability is going to be. But let's see how things are going to unfold. But so far, everything looks great. The funnel has looked great. He did a great job of triggering traps and making sure there's no possibilities of his Flinger going down. But this Smash has to do a great job. We see a classic combination between Rocket Loons and Ice Golems, which nowadays is pretty common for the defensive clan castle. It's a combination of a lot of damage and at the same time having the Ice Golems in the mix to make sure smash attacks are not having the greatest day. Take a look at that. The Warden is not following. The Warden is not doing the best job of following. The Queen has to use her ability. Queen is staying alive for now. When is using the Warden ability? Just now. But it feels like most of those troops already went down. There's not too many Titans left. There's the Tornado Trap. This damage of the Rage Tower with raging up all of those defenses, and especially as well the defending Warden, was brutal. There's only one Titan alive by now. That Titan is trying her best to tank. The topside Flinger has went down as well. Can the Royal Champion somehow save this? There's otherwise the Queen is down, the King is down, Warden is still up, but that's typically not the biggest clutch factor on the end. The Titan at the top is trying to tank, and that Royal Champ is going to run into a lot of damage in just a second. We have the top Expo staying alive as well, and this looks like another great defense. We will check out what ETX Esports has done in just a second, or as soon as... Oh, they have just finished their attack. You can see it below me. They have gotten a 3-star for their side. So let's see what this one is going to be percentage-wise. But this is the percentage and the star lead after the second attack, each for ETX Esports. What a great attack those were. And you can see it. There's the 3-star. We will wait for the next attack, though, to make sure that we're catching a couple more live attacks. And there we go. Next attack is live. We have, again, a nice attack in with the Super Archer Blimp with the Lalo. That's, by the way, as well the guy who has finished rank 6, I believe, global. As I said, all of those are top pushers. He finished top 6 global with exactly this strategy in Legends. So they like to force their strategy, their Legend strategies onto those bases. And since Did he clone some war? I'm not sure if he cloned some war breaks, but since Legend is so similar to those promoted at the moment, because we see box bases in both like tournaments and in Legend, forcing your Legend strategies on those bases is normally not a bad thing. So let's see if he can make that work and if he can live up to his name. Is only 50 seconds. There's another what? Why is he placing the Titan there? Because I would never go into the... He's splitting the Titan and his heroes. That's interesting. I like that strategy because... And that's why I'm kind of like trying to pick up small things, little details those guys are doing. Because I feel like, see, a Super Archer blimp is still so underrated. It's kind of crazy. So many people are saying on High Legend that strategy is not going to work. And here you can see someone with Super Archers finishing rank 6 globally in Legends. So it's still like a super strong strategy, but it's not like, how do you phrase that in a nice way? It's not such a no-brainer attack as it was in the beginning, okay? Or as some people are playing this strategy. But either way, for now, he's doing a great job splitting up Titan and his heroes, which is surprising. And time is ticking. Buddy, you need to start with your Lalo. It's 1 minute and 10 seconds. There we go. Lalo has started. He's starting Lalo from 2 different sides because, well, otherwise this would have been already a time fail. But it's interesting that he just waits for so long for the Lalo to start. It's now 55 seconds and now he's starting with the remaining Lalo troops. Okay, let's see. Royal Champion is in, trying to support versus that Multi and versus the Scatter Shot. The Rage Tower is going to go. Oh, that Rage Up Scatter is dealing so much damage. There is the Ice Hound popping. And is this... That was so quick. This is going to be a 3-star. That was so quick. It's still 30 seconds left and he got the 3-star. That was impressive. Really good attack right here. And this is getting them back onto the board now with their first 3-star as well. And we have already the next attack. So let's just check out every attack we can see. We have another... Oh, and there's another attack as well live. As I said, we're trying to check out as many live attacks as possible. This one is going to be a Blizzard Lalo, it looks like. Okay. We have the Blimp. There's a double Giant Bomb. I'm not sure why. Is it because of Super Archer Blimps? I'm not sure exactly why there was a double Giant Bomb. You can see already it did nothing to the Super Wizards. But the value so far looks great. If he can take down maybe the Royal Champ or the Queen or both, it looks like he does not get either of them. That is bad. that is really unfortunate for him. He's now trying to funnel with the Bay Dragon, with the Loon, and now then sending in his troops into that base, trying to take down the Scatter. He has a couple of wall breaks. Let's see how those are going to work. The Town Hall is still there. There's still the invisibility spell behind the Town Hall. It's not going to be easy, to be honest. There's still double Mocha Inferno in the core. Those Tesla in the core are like it. They're just so bad. Let me explain why. While we have the heroes diving into the base. The Tesla are just so bad because normally you want to have an empty core. What does this mean? You want to have no defenses in the core left, because what this does is if there are Tesla, they're not going. If there are traps, they're not going to get triggered, because for obvious reasons the loons won't path that way. But with those Tesla, if there are red mines around, those red mines are going to get triggered guaranteed, because the Tesla were there in first place. But now with that Royal Gem ability, those are getting taken care of. Warden ability, the invisibility spell is going off, and now everything is passing that tower. There's more freezes coming down. We are taking down the defending Queen. The Scatter Shot, though, is shooting non-stop. The Multi-Inferno Tower is a big threat. The Queen has her ability still, but there is no freezes left. The Royal Chamber already went down because she was invested with those beginning hero dive together. This is another defense now for ETX Esports. They are looking so good as well on the defensive side. Or is this still going? No. I mean, yes, the Phoenix is alive. Yes, the Warden and the Owl. But with that back-end air defense, this is going to be all about the percentage, I feel. So, yeah. Let's double check the other attack. There was another attack live. Let's double check what this is going to be. And we have, Another 3-star. Almiolin showing off. It seems to be... Was it... It looks like a Zap Lalo, right? Just based on the spells which he used. I think it was a Zap Lalo attack. Okay. So getting another 3-star on the board. Except time is an issue. But no. I think this should be enough for Almiolin. Great attack. Great job. And this now means they're having quite a nice lead overall. Now... I'm not sure how they can save this. I still want to see what other attacks are going to come in. Let's just wait a little bit. And there we go. Let's go. Cynthia's in. And let's see what he can bring to... What? Okay, we have bats and invisibility, which means it's a bat donut, I guess. E-Dragon, Dragon Ride. What is this? Oh my, that value. He can take down both Inferno Towers. He can take down the Monolith with that setup. That is just genius. But is he doing that though? Can he take down everything? And there we go. Yep. He got all 3 buildings. That is just so impressive. And now the Raged Eagle. Now the Raged E-Dragon for taking down the Eagle. Crazy, crazy cool attack. I love it. I love it. I mean, we saw those surgical E-Dragons now for quite some time from Nikita in Legend with the Electro Dragon attacks overall. But we see that now more and more commonly in pro matches as well. So it's just, E-Dragons are such a cool troop. I just love the troop design so much because you can use them in so many different ways and options and everything. So that's just so nice. But Dragon Riders? I mean, considering that he took down the Monolith, Dragon Riders should be fine. He's sending his king from the bottom side, queen to push in the king to the scatter compartment, and then at the same time the Royal Champion for that multi-Inferno Tower. This is such a multi-stage attack with so many moving pieces together. It is quite crazy. Now the king is taking down the queen. There's the poison. Can he take down the scatter? Okay. The ground expo does not matter because the follow-up is going to be air. There's the minions for cleanup. There's one more loon coming in. The queen trying her best to take down some buildings. Every archer tower, every builder hut is worth a lot because, well, it's air targeting. Now the Dragon Riders are in. Dragon Riders, we have the blimp for the town hall. Clan Castle already had been lured, which means I guess there's going to be either a Yeti blimp or a Sneaky Goblin blimp. Since he has no rages, it's going to be a Sneaky Goblin blimp, I'm quite sure. So, let's see. There's more loons coming in. Town hall should go down. There's the freeze. And is it yes, no, yes, maybe? Yes, it's going down. The Dragon Riders should easily finish off this base. What a masterclass this was again. Cynthia is just freaking insane. That attack was beautiful to watch. That was amazing. Such a nice attack to watch. Invisibility spell, like invisibility tower going off again, but it shouldn't matter to be honest. There's just too many troops alive. Cynthia, I think this has to be the best attack so far of the day where we are covering this open qualifier. Like, that was just genius. The Bat Bomb into the Rage E-Dragon, into those Dragon Riders. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Another 3-star now. And it looks like that ETX Esports are just running away with that match. Let's double check what we can see over here. We have Kingsman. Another 3-star. They are looking really good. I think that's really nice to see or is it? Wait. Okay. The elixir storage was low. It's so good to see the recovery of ETX Esports. They have not done that well in the warm-up, as a lot of people were expecting them to do really well, and they were not able to show up. But they're showing up when it matters the most with the first qualifier for the World Championship. Sadly, I cannot... Supercell, please fix. Hello. I would like to join. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. Let's just wait if it's going to be 3-star. But it is not, and with that being said, it's going to be 11-14. Huge GG to both teams. ETX Esports are going to make it to the Swiss stage. I cannot wait to stream that as well. And, well, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next iTzu video. Until then, see ya, and bye-bye.